Emergency crews and first responders from around Allen County flooded onto State Route 65 Monday morning, where an Ottawa oil tanker truck slipped off into a ditch and then became engulfed in flames.
What it appears from the driver's statement is that he was reaching for something. The vehicle went off the right side. The tires got a little too far into the mud. He couldn't bring it back onto the roadway, and it just pulled him right into the ditch where he overturned.
First responders estimate the flames from this explosion anywhere from 40 to 50 feet high. Now, while the driver was cited for failure to control his vehicle, officers are commending him for his quick actions.
He was secured by his seatbelt, and that kept him in place. That also helped him maintain his consciousness, which gave him the ability to think in a moment and be able to escape the truck before it burst into flames.
The driver of the truck, 31-year-old Timothy Dawson of Cridersville, escaped without injury. As emergency management crews arrived on scene, their first priority was determining how to control the violent fire.
The safest thing that we could do initially was let it burn, since it was a gasoline fire and there was no reason to try to rush to get it out. So we requested foam assets from American Township and Beaver Dam and Shawnee, and once we got the foam here, now we'll start addressing the fire.
This type of tanker truck has anywhere from 4 to 6 fuel compartments. Firefighters kept a safe distance, not knowing if all compartments had been breached.
We don't know if the back section's been breached or not. So our concern is we know the heat's building up in there, and what we didn't want to have were people too close and have that last section explode because it got too hot in there.
More than 40 firefighters, state troopers, and police officers were called in for assistance. State Route 65, just north of Cario, was closed for most of the day. Now, no evacuations were ordered. However, the tanker did cause the Cario AEP station to lock out, causing a power outage in the village of Cario and surrounding areas. About 1,023 customers were affected. AEP crews had to wait until the scene was safe before beginning restoration efforts. Power was to be restored just about an hour ago. Now, with such a severe situation facing firefighters and first responders, it became quickly evident today the importance of the placards on the back of all vehicles carrying hazardous materials. As the call came out to the area fire departments that a tanker truck had overturned and exploded into flames, initial reports were the truck may have contained molten sulfur, a highly toxic and highly combustible material. First responders were keeping their distance from the scene, not knowing for sure what the tanker truck contained. It wasn't until firefighters and EMA crews got close enough to see the rear placard on the tanker truck, denoting that the vehicle contained gasoline. Officials say those ID cards are of the utmost importance, especially in a situation like this.
Yeah, the placarding is critical to us because those placards that you see on the sides of trucks, they tell us a lot of information. They tell us, is it flammable, is it not flammable, is it toxic, is it poison, is it a liquid, is it a solid, is it a gas? So, I mean, just looking at those little 10 by 10 placards really quickly gives us a big help in helping assess what is it that we're dealing with.
There is no word yet on the amount of damages caused by the explosion or if the road itself is in need of repairs after sustaining such hot temperatures for most of the morning. Cario, Beaver Dam, American Township, Bluffton, and Shawnee Township crews were assisting on scene, along with the Allen County Hazmat EMA team and the Lima Post of the Ohio State Highway Patrol.